There you are. Welcome to another episode of What's in the Attic. Yeah, it's a little too warm up here today, so we're going to go back downstairs, and we're going to need to because of what we're going to talk about today. So, come on, I'll meet you down there. Bring him with you. What are you still doing up here? Gosh, are you coming or what? Come on, I don't have all day. Jeez, and quit standing around, will you? All right, let's go. Today, we're diving into the incredible world of the different types of music players. How it shaped our lives, defines moments, and weaves itself into the fabric of pop culture. From the anthems that spark revolutions to the songs of soundtracks, our personal journeys, how we listen to music has this unmatched power to connect, inspire, and transform us. Whether it's the beat that gets you moving or the lyrics that hit you to make it personal or just feels like they connect you right to the artist, it's more than sound, it's a universal language. So let's explore how LPs or vinyl, cassettes, CDs, and more has shaped generations and continue to define who we are. So stick around and let's get into it. Hey, welcome to another episode of What's in the Attic. This is going to be episode 4, and today we're going to be talking about old music players, stuff that played LPs or vinyl, but turntables, like old cassettes, 8-tracks, CDs, and many more. I love this sound. 33-inch. Of course, the smaller ones were the 45s. I don't know if you remember those or not. And by the way, this is my daughter's turntable. But my son and my daughter both like, classic rock and some newer stuff. But just the fact that they like to listen to the older stuff, rock with the LPs, even the new stuff. And then, the new stuff, the new vinyls, new groups come out with vinyls. They're a little more expensive than it was back in the day. But I just think it's fantastic that the younger generation is getting into this and can enjoy the sounds that my wife and I did back in the day growing up. So and that sound when you put this on, when that needle drops, which I'm going to do it right now. But that's why we're down here today, because you can't store these LPs, up in the attic. They'll be destroyed. Let's see if I can get this for you. That sound, man. I love to play the first part, but it'll probably get me for a copyright infringement or something. When that needle drop, it's awesome, man. Just love that sound. Love that sound. You can't beat it, man. It's awesome. It's incredible. But that's what we're going to talk about today. So I just wanted to do that little bit there and just show how cool this is. I found this, my wife and I found this at an antique store. Not the turntable, of course, but the cabinet that holds it. The turntable is Audio Technica, which a lot of these companies are coming back out and making them here in the U.S., which is fantastic, man. It's really awesome. But that's the only one I have that I found some of these certain things that are in the attic. Might be in your attic, but I hope not, because those LPs probably won't be so good. Might be a little warped. But vinyl, turntables, oh man, it was fantastic. You either got them in a large cabinet that had it was like part of the furniture back in the day. You lifted it up and it had the radio as well, but the speakers were on the end. And man, that sucker was massive, heavy as all get out. But they had the turntable inside too. Now, of course, if you go way back, the first LPs and vinyls, which I'll have to look up, But the old phonograph, man, you're talking way like the 1800s, maybe early 1900s. I remember uh, some of those, especially in the Roaring Twenties. But I think the first ones were maybe late 1800s or maybe even before that. I don't know. I'll look it up, find out for you. But I know they've been around a very long time. And that's the first ones that I can remember. Music uh, players that turntables that I grew up, uh, with uh, was you had the stands, but the big furniture cabinets, and that's the ones I remember. But nothing like that sound when that needle drops and you hear that little, and then boom, sound like you never heard before. And I still think, digital's good, CDs, but there's nothing like that sound. That analog sound to me is just incredible. That rawness. Uh, but after the LPs, then we went to good old cassettes. But I'll find some of those for you. All right, so we just looked at LPs. Now we're on to 8-tracks. Not a very big segment here. 8-tracks were not around that long. Very brief, short time. They first appeared in around the 60s, I think 64. I think Ford was the first one to put them in a car in one of their vehicles in 1965. So yeah, it's very short period, 60s. Been a long time ago. I remember as a kid, my grandparents had one, but theirs was an Oldsmobile. Olds 442, I think it was, but it was actually in the car too. And they were pretty wide, like maybe a real big grilled cheese sandwich. No, I don't know. It's square, pretty thick, but you'd shove that sucker in the dash. And I think they might have been, it was either Elvis Presley or Alabama, who knows what it was, but I do remember it being in one of their vehicles and riding around and jamming out like a large version of a cassette, but yeah, then just too big and bulky. It was just, and when they got in the home, the home players, they were pretty small, but the units also fit on your stereo equipment or whatever, and slide that bad boy right in there. And it was like a miniature, maybe a VHS tape that I can remember. But a friend of mine did recently said she remembered having one as a kid, but it was, I'll see if I can find a photo, but it was round and it was red, and you stuck the 8-track in the side there, 8-track player. She didn't say what she had as far as, artists that she listened to. But anyway, still a very interesting time period. It was very brief. I don't remember because it wasn't too much longer, maybe not even a decade, cassettes came around. But anyway, yeah, so not very much there on 8-tracks, but just another form of music player. But anyway, let's move on to cassettes next.